My father was a hard-working man. He dedicated his life to providing for our family. His days were long, often spent at the office or on business trips. He rarely found time for himself. His meals were irregular and often unhealthy. Fast food and sugary drinks became staples of his diet. He never paid much attention to his health. As the years went by, his health began to deteriorate. He was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. It was a wake-up call, but old habits die hard. He struggled to change his lifestyle. The disease progressed slowly, but relentlessly. It cast a long shadow over our lives. The diagnosis was a turning point in our lives. We rallied around him, urging him to take his health seriously. We tried to make him understand the severity of his condition. He promised to try, but the lure of his old ways was too strong. It was heartbreaking to watch his health decline despite our best efforts. Complications from the disease led to the amputation of his leg. Despite our best efforts, we eventually lost him to this relentless illness. Diabetes is a silent stalker. It creeps up on you, slowly eroding your health. My father's condition worsened with each passing year. What started as elevated blood sugar levels escalated into a cascade of complications. He experienced frequent bouts of fatigue and blurred vision. His once strong limbs began to weaken. The disease began to impact his mobility. He struggled to walk long distances. Simple tasks that he once took for granted became increasingly difficult. His once vibrant life was now confined within the four walls of our home. The man who once shouldered the weight of the world now struggled to stand on his own. It was a constant reminder of the relentless nature of diabetes. Neglected diabetes can cause heart disease, nerve damage, blindness, kidney failure, infections, and amputations. My father had most of these issues due to late diagnosis and him finding it hard to change his lifestyle and eating habits. Diabetes is not just a physical ailment. It leaves deep emotional scars. We witnessed firsthand the toll it took on my father's spirit. He was once a proud and independent man. Now, he was dependent on others for even the simplest tasks. The realization of his limitations was a heavy burden to bear. The disease brought with it a sense of helplessness. Despite our best efforts, we couldn't shield him from its relentless assault. We watched as he grappled with the emotional and psychological impact of his condition. The once jovial man we knew became withdrawn and despondent. His battle with diabetes was a constant source of anxiety and fear. Every doctor's appointment, every blood sugar reading, was a reminder of the fragility of life. We lived in constant fear of the next complication, the next hospitalization. A modern epidemic, the silent threat. Diabetes is a global epidemic, affecting millions worldwide. It is a silent killer, often lurking undetected until it inflicts irreversible damage. The statistics are alarming. According to the World Health Organization, diabetes affects over 422 million people globally. It is a leading cause of blindness, kidney failure, heart attacks, and stroke. What is even more concerning is the rising prevalence of type 2 diabetes, largely preventable through lifestyle changes. Sedentary lifestyles, unhealthy diets, and obesity are major contributing factors. Our modern world, with its emphasis on convenience and instant gratification, has created the perfect storm for this epidemic. The statistics paint a grim picture, but they also serve as a wake-up call. We must act now to stem the tide of this devastating disease. We must prioritize our health and make conscious choices to prevent diabetes from taking hold in our lives and the lives of our loved ones. I am on a mission to spread awareness about this disease and the impact it has on the patient and their loved ones.